What it do, anime crew? Hey man, listen, today I'm going to be ranting about Midori Days because I just released my main channel video about it, and so now I can finally just get the rant off my chest real quick. Overall, Midori Days is a solid early 2000s anime rom-com with a very unique premise, and its strongest points are the pretty damn good comedy and the very, very good moe. This show's adorable, honestly. I would say the biggest weakness is the cast of characters at times. I didn't love Seiji as a lead. I'll be honest, I found his stubbornness a little bit annoying at times, especially in the face of just the relentlessly good-natured Midori. I liked Midori a lot. I thought some of the side characters were pretty funny, but really not all of them. Like, a couple of them were pretty one-note. I will say, another thing I want to say about this is there are some episodes that make you think like, whoa, there's a little 2-episode run. The two best episodes in the show are episode 8 and episode 9. And you see those two and you're like, whoa, wait. This might be like a super underrated, like hidden classic early 2000s rom-com. Like, whoa, this shit is fire. And then you get to the one where the brown hair girl confesses and gets predictably rejected. And you get to some of the more underwhelming episodes towards the end. And you're like, yeah, I mean, it's not that good, but it was never bad. It was never bad is the point. And I would say it never got any worse. It was just that the premise and good graces it had built up with me based on it just being cute and funny. I don't comment anything, but like genuinely just like funny and cute, had started to like fade off a little bit for me. Like, I just wasn't seeing the exact character development I wanted to see or any of that, but it still has a good message. It's still a well-told story. I really like the art style, and oh my gosh, the music is amazing. The soundtrack is so good. The ED is so good. The OP is really good. And it's just something that I'm very glad I watched. Yeah, it has this crazy premise about a guy dating his own hand, which is weird and wacky and honestly pretty funny. I really like the visual comedy here. A lot of times, when they're running around going crazy or having like fights that look really goofy and stuff like that, like it all actually flows very well and got a reaction out of me more often than not. There's tons of great scenes with the moe. I've been clear thinking that is the best part of this show in my opinion, especially with how it melds with this art style. It's like just perfectly like sharp enough and angular enough. It exists in that little limbo and that transitional period between cell and digital animation that my friend referred to as janky today. Rest his soul. I eliminated him on the spot when he said that. But yeah, no, overall, Midori Days is a really solid show. It's got really solid presentation, a pretty solid theme, pretty solid narrative, really charismatic interactions. I just didn't see quite as much as I would love to see on the character front, and I wasn't like, my socks weren't knocked off, like everybody has to watch this right now. I would say if you hear that premise and you're like, wait, that sounds awesome, you should definitely go watch it, because this is an anime I'm 100% glad I watched, and yeah, I wouldn't spend my time doing anything else. You guys have a good one. Just kidding, I'm back with a crappier mic. I just wanted to touch on that little 2-episode run real quick that I said made it feel like a classic anime for a little while. I was talking about the dream sequence episode that swaps between the two perspectives, which I mentioned in my main channel video, because it shows the way. I just love dream sequence episodes in general and like the symbolism that you can carry out with them. But the fact that it like bounced between the two's perspectives on what they think that different situation would look like, and based on like how their different views of each other impact how it goes when it's like pretty much the same setup and just it goes off in two different directions. I loved it. That was my favorite episode personally. And then episode 9 was the one where she becomes like an icon, where everybody starts buying merch of her because they think she's like an adorable little figure anime mascot. Everybody has their own versions of her and dress her up in costumes. It's adorable. It's moe overload. And then everybody's like, wait, we'll buy her for this, we'll buy her for that, blah, 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 blah. And it was one of Seiji's first coming to Christ moments where he realized like, hey, wait, this girl's really special to me. And he was like, hey, everybody back off. She's not for sale. And then they all started praising him as like an otaku hero who's like just so steadfast and serious in his conviction to his waifu, and they all celebrated him, and it was really funny. Those 2 episodes were fucking dope, like amazing. those 2 episodes alone made the show worth it. But yeah, I wanted to touch more on that because I realized when I was listening back that I didn't the first time around. So yeah, sorry about the bad mic, and have a good one, y'all, for real this time.